to welcome representatives from the Vishwa Hindu Parishad of America, VHPA, to our show. Joining us is Dr. Bansal, a scientist turned writer, community leader and scholar of India's civilizational history. A former chief scientific officer and advisor to the US Department of Energy, he now serves as VP of Education at VHPA. Also with us is Archana Kumar, a dedicated community leader and social activist, actively engaged in social service since 2006. She currently serves as the New Jersey Central and North Chapter President of VHPA. They are here to share details about the grand Maha Shivratri celebration on March 8, 2025 at Bharat Sevashram Sangha in Kendall Park, New Jersey. So let's talk to them about this event and what attendees can look forward to. Welcome and नमस्कार जय जी और नमस्कार अर्चना जी, कैसे हैं आप?
बढ़िया, नमस्कार।
बहुत बढ़िया।
तो जय जी, पहले आपसे शुरू करते हैं। आप हमें ये बताएं, कुछ VHPA के बारे में बताएं, उनके ऑब्जेक्टिव्स क्या हैं, उनका मिशन क्या है?
Sure. So, well, first of all, thank you for inviting us and thank you for taking our message to your audience, and of course, namaskar to your audience. Vishwa Hindu Parishad of America is believed to be the oldest Hindu organization in the United States. Mm-hmm. We are actually celebrating our 55th year this year.
Wow.
So we were formed in 1970. So just imagine, these were people fresh come here, after the 65, Immigration Act. Mm. And these were graduate students. Mm. And they were thinking ahead, far ahead, in terms of the needs of the next generation thereafter. So they decided that, they need to create some structure and some organization that would connect the Hindu society here and their children and grandchildren. Absolutely. With their heritage. So Vishwa Hindu Parishad of America was formed in 1970 with that mission, to keep Hindus Hindus. That was the bottom line mission. And as a matter of fact, one of the first activities that VHPA engaged in was creating Bal Vihars. Bal Vihars, then youth camps. And after that, we have a very proud history of 55 years. A lot of people don't know that, for example, we started the Hindu University of America. Wow. and spun it off. Hindu Student Council was started by us. I think you'll be surprised to know that Ekal Vidyalaya Foundation was started by VHPA.
That's
and
amazing.
Now it's educating, hundreds of thousands of kids in tribal areas in India. Sport a Child is one of our programs where we are supporting close to 4,000 underprivileged children in their education in India. So you can see our DNA is really all about connecting our next generation with their heritage, educating them, and we have 4 pillars in terms of our call them mission, call them our vision. The first is sanskar, connect the children with their heritage. Seva is very much part of our DNA, and then networking. And the 4th pillar is prachar. So talking about what Hindu Dharma is, what our civilization is, what our civilization history is, and through interactions like we're having this right now. So we are, as I said, we have a very proud history, and we're just very, very pleased to keep bringing these programs like, celebrating Maha Shivratri with our audience here, with
especially, Maha Shivratri, it's like a bigger celebration, and
It is indeed. I think Archana ji, my colleague, will tell you a little bit more about what we are doing. But this is something that we started a few years ago, and it's
before I ask her that, I want to know, just a little curious to know about you. So what do you do there at VHPA?
Okay, so I have been associated with VHPA now for about 10 years. I spent almost 40 years in corporate world. I retired about 10, 11 years ago.
Wow.
And since then, I've been basically devoting all of my free time to serving the community through Vishwa Hindu Parishad of America. My personal role is I'm the Vice President of Education and Prachar, which means talking about Hindu Dharma and our
So
civilization.
when you say education, what does that mean?
Okay, so yeah, so we have different kinds of education, if you like. We have Bal Vihars, for example. I don't associate myself with that activity. There are very competent people working, with strong teaching background. They're working that area, so I don't concern myself with that. My personal initiative is all about our civilizational narrative.
Oh, I see.
Our civilizational history, what it is, what we are about, what our accomplishments are, and how it's been distorted through the colonial lens over the last 1,000 years, and particularly last 200 years, through the British colonial period, and how to recover it. So 4 or 5 years ago, I started a website called Stop Hindu Dvesh. I connected with a lot of freelance writers, and right now I'm managing a team of almost 20 freelance writers around the world. And we publish articles, we hold conferences, webinars. The whole idea is to tell not only our own people, but also the society at large.
They let the world know.
Yeah, exactly who we are, what we stand for, what our accomplishments are.
Yes.
That's the kind of stuff I personally do. We started 3-4 years ago. We started something called Hindu Heritage Month. So that was.
I think I have seen the videos about that Hindu Heritage Month. Yes.
Okay, so wonderful. I'm so glad that you're already familiar with it.
Yes.
This was an idea that was. It's a very simple idea, actually. October is a month when a lot of our festivals come together. You can take Durga Puja, Navratri, Diwali, Dashera, and all those important festivals. But we celebrate them with our friends and family and whatever have you. But no one knows about it. I mean, we have good time and all that, which is wonderful. We said, look, why don't we use modern technology and just connect everyone together and say, okay, we are celebrating as a Hindu society. We are connecting with our heritage, and just let the world know. Just imagine if 1.2 billion people, Hindus around the world, they started sharing how they celebrate their culture, what kind of message it would send to the on the world stage. Absolutely. So that was the whole idea, and it's taken off really nicely. Over the last 4 years, we've had just a number of different countries now are joining us.
Wow, that is really, really amazing, and I have to say that VHPA is doing an awesome job, an amazing job. And people behind it, they are really working hard.
Thank you so much, and let me tell you, it's we don't believe in small ideas. So last year, as you know, Shri Ram Mandir inauguration was a big event in in Hindu ecosystem. After 500 years, Shri Ram Lala was able to find a place that he should have had a long time ago, and we took that project and we said we want to take the message of Shri Ram to every mandir in this country. As you may know, there are almost 1,200 mandirs in this in the United States today. I'm very proud of some of our team members who actually took this initiative and got on the road. They drove 25,000 miles, starting from Chicago, go east, go south, all the way around west and come back. 25,000 miles, visiting 850 mandirs, and take Parishad from the inauguration. It's just, the point is, we're just trying to remind our own people and society at large what our heritage is about, what is important to us. And it's a challenge to kind of grow up in a society that's has values that are different from ours, and just reminding ourselves all the time as to who we are, what we stand for, I think is very important. So that's what we're trying to do.
Absolutely, and you are doing a wonderful job. And so let's move on to Archana ji. Archana ji has been sitting, and I know
Yeah, sorry, Archana ji.
you are basically, one of the pillars who is running it. So first of all, tell me, abhi 8 तारीख को there is Maha Shivratri का celebration हो रहा है, which VHPA is doing, and I'm sure you as messengers of VHPA you are here. And so उसके बारे में कुछ बताएं कि क्या हो रहा है, कैसे हो रहा है.
Yeah, thank you so much, Priya ji. Yeah, Maha Shivratri ka celebration, we are doing it for many few years in New Jersey. And I joined VHPA in 2015, but it was happening before I joined it also. And we do Maha Shivratri, we celebrate Maha Shivratri as Abhishekam.
अच्छा.
Abhishekam, and we always prefer children to join it. We prefer families. बच्चे हैं, they do Abhishek, they do Panchopchar Puja. And we explain them why we are doing that and how we have to do that. Parents, of course, they sit together, they sit with their children, but Mukhya Yajman is children only. You know why we decided that? As Bansal ji said that we have to try to be Hindu. How we will do that? When we will love ourselves, then only. And how we will love ourselves once we know about ourselves. If we don't know about ourselves, I will not love myself. I will not, if I don't know my strength, I will not love myself. So why we do puja? How we do puja? What's the significance behind that? So our main objective is to involve children in that puja to celebrate Maha Shivratri. Who is Shiv? Why we do Panchopchar Puja? What is the significance behind that?
So is like Abhishekam and Rudra Abhishekam the same thing?
There is a little difference between Abhishekam and Rudra Abhishekam.
Okay.
Rudra Abhishekam, we do all Rudri mantram with that.
Achha.
When we do Abhishek, we do Rudri mantra, Namkam, Chamkam, everything we chant when we do puja. And Abhishekam is Panchopchar Puja. We offer Panchamrit to Shiv Lingam. Bhagwan Shiv is Bholenath.
बिल्कुल.
And he is Har Har Mahadev. Once we bow to her, वो हमारे सभी negativity को हर लेते हैं, right? And Shiv Lingam is the like symbolic representation of Bhagwan Shiv, right? तो वो तो जब हम केवल when we offer only the water on Shiv Lingam, he becomes happy.
बिल्कुल.
Right,
बिल्कुल,
and he
बिल्कुल.
provides all our us to strength and everything. So Abhishekam we do with Panchamrit, like milk, yogurt, curd, दही बोलते हैं हम लोग, घी, शहद और गंगा जल.
तो रुद्र अभिषेकम का
रुद्राभिषेकम में नमकम चमकम जो मैंने कहा कि पूरा रुद्री मंत्रों के साथ उच्चारण के साथ हम लोग करते हैं, वो पूरा थोड़ा सा लंबा हो जाता है अकॉर्डिंग टू यजुर्वेद.
और आपके इवेंट में रुद्र अभिषेकम
जी, और हम लोग अभिषेक करवाते हैं बच्चों से और हम उनको चैंट करवाते हैं ओम नमः शिवाय मंत्र, ताकि वो आराम से चैंट कर ले और वो समझ भी पाए कि हम क्या कर रहे हैं. ओम नमः शिवाय कि हम शिवा जी को नमः कर रहे हैं, नमन कर रहे हैं, उनके आगे झुक रहे हैं और उनको प्रणाम कर रहे हैं, उनकी ब्लेसिंग्स ले रहे हैं.
सो मैं आपसे जय जी ये पूछना चाहती हूँ कि वहाँ पे विल देयर बी लाइक अ गाइडेंस, लाइक देयर आर सो मेनी पीपल हु डोंट नो, आदों को तो पता नहीं होता कि क्या पूजा हो रही है, क्या करना है, तो कुछ गाइडेंस वगैरह होएगी वहाँ पे?
Absolutely. So we actually have a trained pujari. He or she, normally our current president, actually she is a trained pujarin. She conducts it. I don't know whether this year she will be available or not, but we will definitely have someone who is a trained pujari or pujarin. They go through the whole process. They explain to the children as to what they're doing, why they're doing it. See, the whole idea is, we can't keep on just telling our kids we have a rich culture and we rich heritage and all that until you actually explain to them what it,
and I think that's very important.
Yeah.
If you know what it is, then it gets easier for a person to follow something.
Absolutely. I mean, our kids are growing up in the age of, rationality, everything has to be logical. So, yeah, we make every effort to, make it relevant and logical for them.
All right. So, अभी हम वापस चलते हैं अपने, महाशिवरात्रि के इवेंट में. So, tell us, कौन रजिस्टर कर सकता है, कहाँ पे रजिस्टर कर सकते हैं?
हाँ, हम लोगों ने जो हमारा फ्लायर है, we have QR code and any URL is provided on the flyer, so anyone can scan and register over there. And we have mentioned for Mukhya Yajman and Sah Yajman, and sponsorship is there in the link when you open that link. So anyone can register, all families can register. So basically it's family oriented. So everything, all details are there provided in the flyer itself.
So I was wondering, मैंने आपका flyer देखा and this event is going to be taking place at Bharat Sevashram Sangha में. Kendall Park में जो है.
जी.
तो why that location? I know that's a beautiful location, but why?
Yeah, the reason behind we are doing there for few years, the management is very good and there is very good Ma Jagdamba and Shivlingam Prangan is there, and it's very central location. It's very convenient all around the South Jersey people, North Jersey, everywhere. So that's why we picked that location. One time few years back, even it was snowing for 4 or 5 inches snow. We did that in Karni Temple. And we thought that people will not show up because of snow.
Everybody showed up.
Oh, they showed up. My God, it was so we had all goosebumps that people showed and with full excitement and enthusiasm. Yeah.
So वहाँ पे when people come there, is there going to be like a Mahaprasad या community meal? कुछ
जी. जब when we have puja, after that we will have aarti. So before aarti, we inculcate one group of children. They will recite few mantra and bhajan also, because it's basically children oriented, family oriented program. So they learn mantras, they learn bhajan, but they should get some exposure where they have to sing them, right? So if we will not do that, then at end of the day they will ask a question, then why we are learning it? Because they want to have some exposure to that, like to present somewhere. So we inculcate with that in this program. And after Aarti and Bhajan, we will have Mahaprasad. Mahaprasad we will have. I will always call that at Mahaprasad or Langar, not dinner. So when you say Langar or Mahaprasad, immediately your emotion changes, right?
Absolutely.
When you say dinner, it's dinner.
बिल्कुल.
So we will have that too, and after that we will have sweets also, like Mahaprasad में हलवा प्रसाद तो चाहिए ही चाहिए, and also we will provide all samagri to all participants. We provide Shivlingam, we provide sari samagri, we provide Panchamrit, along with
so they don't have to attendees, they don't have to worry about anything. So everything is provided.
We will make thalis. We will make thalis for everyone, for each family, and we will provide them there only. We will have Ganga Jal also from Bharat, and we also have that dry fruit prasad when they do puja and aarti. They offer to their own Shivlingam, and after that they can take their Shivlingams. And few families they are joining us for few years. So every time they bring their own Shivling.
That is amazing.
And they feel so good that this is our last year Shivling.
Actually, we for just to add a couple of things. First of all, actually registration is free. There's no cost to it. Okay. But it costs us, money obviously to hold these things. I mean, just the rent itself and all the other things that we provide. So we certainly would encourage people to contribute something.
I was absolutely going to ask you, if somebody is interested even in volunteering or contributing, how can they do that?
So absolutely. I mean, contribution, we will, we will take contribution at the door, because we have to buy all this samagri and everything. Shivalangam, actually we have to get bunch of them from Bharat.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we really encourage families to bring their own if they have it. But if some people don't have it, we certainly will do the best to provide them. But it costs money, so we certainly would ask people to contribute something towards this.
Absolutely.
We are a totally we're a non-profit organization, completely dependent on people's contributions.
Yes.
And we are totally volunteer-based organization, so none of us actually gets a single penny from it. So there is no none of the money that people contribute goes to pay any employee per se. We actually don't have an employee. We might have some person doing our taxes and all that, but I mean, as such, we don't have. It's all the money is used on seva activities and programs. So yeah, contributions are always welcome.
Volunteers.
And volunteering, of course, you need hands for running programs like this. So yeah, with Parishad activity and with all the arrangement, in the hall itself, people who wish to, lend a hand, they're most welcome to do it. But more importantly, we really want to connect with people, organizations like ours. I mean, we're about really creating sampark, creating people who are interested in being part of the initiative like that we have, we have VHPA. So those who are interested in volunteering, apart from being, volunteers at the event itself, they can connect with us and, we help us manage and organize programs like this for the community.
So, as you were earlier talking about the kids, especially, you teach them about Hindu culture and everything else. So for parents, I'm sure there are so many parents out there who are watching it and who will be like कि हम अपने बच्चे को कैसे वहाँ पे ले जाएं और वो भी ये सब सीखे. So what can they do?
Yeah, so as I said, we have some Bal Vihars that we run ourselves. Where we unfortunately we don't have one in in New Jersey. However, what is beautiful is that over the last 50 plus years that we've been operating, other organizations have taken up our model, and many Hindu organizations are now running programs where children can go and learn about Hindu culture, learn Hindi language and so on and so forth. So we can certainly refer families to our sister organizations where a lot of these activities are going on.
All right, so I would one more time want you to talk about the event, that is the Maha Shivratri event, which is coming on March 8th. I want you to tell a little bit about it again, like कितने बजे है, कहाँ पे है, to our audience.
Yeah, this Maha Shivratri we are going to celebrate in Bharat Sevashram Temple. It's in Kendall Park, New Jersey. It's on Route 27 itself, and it's very central location and very handy to all, very close by to all major highways also. So you can register in our QR code, you can scan that, it's in the flyer also, and few numbers are also provided on the flyer itself. So you can call if you want to have some, get some information about that, and you can register or there. And register is though it's complimentary registration, but we will always prefer devotees to register, because Piyaji, we should get how many people to make all arrangements, because we prepare all thalis ahead of time. When they are there, our thalis should be ready, and for all langar prasad arrangements we should have that. And also when we see that we are overwhelming, then we have to stop taking registrations also.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, so once again, March 8th from 3 p.m. onwards,
3
right?
p.m.
Yeah, we start at 3 p.m. I believe the event finishes at 5, followed by Parishad and then Langar. Yeah.
And on top of that, VHPA events are, it's not India oriented time. If it's 3 p.m., we will start sharp at 3 p.m. because we still living in America for many years, but we think that the Indian event it will run little delayed. No, our event is always on schedule time. It's always
Well,
on
I would
time.
like to wish both of you all the best, and it was wonderful talking to both of you, and thank you so much.
Piaji, thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
so much.
for giving us this opportunity to get our message out to your viewers, and you look forward to future interactions of this kind.
Absolutely, and thank you.
Thank you so
Chaliye.
much.
Namaskar.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaskar.
Namaste.
Namaste.